Welcome back to the physics class, my dear students. So, in the previous class, we discussed regarding the circular motion, right? So, whereas I stopped over there. So, whereas what is circular motion? So, you just defined it that if an object is moving in a circular path, then that motion is called as the circular motion. Even we define the definition for angular displacement. Andre ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ತನಗೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಗೆ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾನು ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಟು ಅನದರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆದ್ರೆ if I just move from one point to another point, nanondu point inda mattondu point ge move adre then displacement na calculate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನ linear displacement ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ in motion in a straight line chapter. But now in this chapter, especially for circular motion ಗೆ special ಆಗಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ so we are going to move in a circular path, ಒಂದು complete circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ travel ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. While we were traveling in a circular path, so circular path alli move agಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ suppose ನಾವು uniform speed alli move ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ that motion is called as uniform circular motion, right? It means if any object moves in a circular path with uniform speed, it is called as uniform circular motion. ಜೊತೆಗೆ even we can define, my dear students, that is what angular velocity, angular acceleration, angular displacement. So ನೀವು ನನ್ನ angular displacement ನ define ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ. So you return that s is equal to r theta. So that is what you even written, that s is equal to r theta even with the help of the first chapter, right? That is what the parallax ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, s is equal to r theta ನ represent ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So in the in the same way you have defined it here also. That is what theta is said to be the angular displacement. Even you can write that theta as d theta, and a small angular displacement is represented as d theta, where r is the radius vector and s is said to be the linear displacement along the circumference of a circle or along the arc of a circle anta karithivi, right? So hagadre what is angular velocity? Dear students, now let us define angular velocity. Now let us define angular velocity. Dear students, angular velocity is just represented by the symbol omega. Angular velocity is represented by the symbol omega. Yes. Then, how to define this? You know that in case of linear velocity, velocity is defined as the ratio of displacement by time taken, or the velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement. Then here, angular velocity is defined as the ratio of angular displacement. See, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ displacement ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, angular ಅನ್ನೋ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Angular displacement to time taken. Yes, dear students, this is the definition for angular velocity. See, my dear students, angular velocity is represented by symbol omega. It is not w, it is omega. Whereas it is defined as the ratio of angular displacement to time taken. Angular displacement is written by d theta, or even you can write it as theta also, divided by time taken, that is t. Dear students, we are moving in a circular path. Assume that the particle is moving from initial point A and ends up to this point A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು complete circle rotate ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. Whereas this is the center of the circle and this is the radius of the circle. Then one complete rotation ಗೆ what is the angle 2 pi is for one complete rotation. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ one complete rotation ಅಂದ್ರೆ theta ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It is 2 pi. ಅಂದ್ರೆ angular displacement ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 360 degree. It means, see my dear students, suppose ಈ object A ಇಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ what is the angular displacement? 90 degree. Suppose object particle A ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ it is 180 degree, right? Suppose particle ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ so the angle is 270 degree. Now the angle is 270 degree. Now A ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ A ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ angle ಎಷ್ಟು? 360 degree. You got right? So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಥೀಟಾ ಎಷ್ಟು? angular displacement ಎಷ್ಟು? 2 pi. Then total time for one complete rotation ನಿಮಗೆ ಆಗಲೇ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. What is the time period? It is the time required by the particle for one complete rotation. One complete rotation ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ನ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ T ಇಂದ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So that the time period is T. Dear students, this is the formula according to the definition. This is another one formula for omega. Write it down in your notes. As well as omega is equal to 2 pi. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ frequency can be written as 1 by T. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ 1 by T can be written as yes. So that we got these many formulas for omega. My dear students, ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಸೋದು ಮರ್ತೋದೆ. So angular displacement ಅನ್ನು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ, right? You have defined angular displacement. So angular displacement ನ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಥೀಟಾ ಇಂದ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Then what is the SI unit for angular displacement? Dear students, displacement is measured in terms of meter, but angular displacement is measured, angle is measured in terms of radian. So I'll work on your line now. The SI unit for the angular displacement is radian. Then ಇಲ್ಲಿ angular velocity ಗೆ SI unit ಏನು? See, please be careful. Velocity ಗೆ SI unit ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ meter per second ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ. So here angular velocity SI unit ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ angular displacement ನ SI unit radian, time SI unit second. So that last is ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. SI unit for the angular velocity is radian per second. So please be careful, dear students. These are all some of the very important terms that you should keep in your mind. So with this we have other two important derivations in this chapter. So already I said you that in this portion in the plane chapter definitely you will get a question on circular motion, or definitely you will get a question on projectile motion. Already you have discussed the projectile motion. In that projectile motion you discussed even the concept of to show how that the path traced by the projectile is considered as trajectory. ಹೇಗೆ ಆ path trajectory ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, even you discussed the concepts of the equations, the parameters comes under the projectile motion, that is what? Time of flight, maximum height, horizontal range. ಆ ನಾಲ್ಕರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದನ್ನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ದೆನ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ಡಿರೈವೇಷನ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಎರಡು ಡಿರೈವೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪೀಟಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ದಟ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪೀಟಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಲರೇಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮಚ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ examination, dear students. Now let us see the relationship between linear velocity linear velocity na v ಇಂದ ಬರೀತೀವಿ and angular velocity represented by omega. Let us derive the relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity. To derive the relation, my dear students, what I am just considering that object. On the object I consider ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Assume that the object is moving in circular path. The object is moving in circular path. Object circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ assume ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Let us assume that the particle is moving in a circular path. Yes, right. Now this is the center of a circular path, call it as O. Now assume that the particle started its journey at point A, whereas R is the radius of the circle. R is the radius of the circle. R is the radius of the circle. Now the particle starts moving from point A to point B. Moving from point A to point B. Point A ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ point B ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಮೂವ್ ಆಯಿತು ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್? point A ಇಂದ point B ಗೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? Angular displacement is represented by theta, right? And then what is the linear displacement? Linear displacement is dx. See, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ linear displacement ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So ಇದನ್ನ angular displacement ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, right? So only this much I have to consider. The particle is moving in this direction. Particle is moving in this direction. Now to reduce the expression, to get the relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity, ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ ನಂತರ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಲೆಟ್ theta be the angular displacement and dx be the linear displacement of a particle moving in a circular path of radius r. Full stop. Where small r is the radius of the circular path. Small r is the radius of the circular path. So again ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದರ just ನೀವು words ಗೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ angular displacement, dx ಅಂದ್ರೆ linear displacement, r ಅಂದ್ರೆ radius. So particle ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ. That much we have discussed now. So ಈಗ reduce ಮಾಡೋಣ expression. So how to write the linear velocity? We know that linear velocity can be written as linear displacement divided by time taken. Linear displacement divided by time taken. Then what is linear velocity? It is written as v. What is linear displacement? It is x. What is time? It is t. Dear students, here in this case you can observe that the linear displacement is dx. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ dx ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ small change. ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ theta ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು d theta ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. It is small displacement, small angular displacement. Then v is equal to dx by t. Take it as equation number 1. Observe the figure. From figure you can write s is equal to r theta. S is equal to r into theta. So to write the dx is equal to r into d theta. So ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಫಿಗರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರೆಯೋದು s ನ ಅಂತ. S can be written as r into d theta. S is equal to r theta. ಅದನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ, right? So ಈಗ let us substitute r d theta in dx. ಈ ಜಾಗ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Put equation 2 in equation 1. Right? ಈಗ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ v equal to, so what is dx theta divided by dt. But observe theta by dt, d theta by dt is omega. You know that rate of change of angular displacement is called angular velocity, because we know that d theta divided by dt is equal to omega. Substitute ಮಾಡೋಣ. So here v is equal to r dot here substitute ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So r dot omega. Yes. So what is v? V is linear velocity. What is r? It is a radius vector. What is omega? It is angular velocity. So we just deduced the relationship between linear velocity and angular velocity. V is the linear velocity, omega is the angular velocity. The relation derived ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So now let us move for centripetal acceleration. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಿಮಗೆ 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. So ನೀವು in your 9th class you might have discussed regarding centripetal acceleration. ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀರಾ centripetal force, centripetal acceleration. So even you know that the centripetal force can be written as mv square by r. ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. So ನೀವು ಯಾವ್ದಲ್ಲಿ from 9th class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So centripetal formula for the centripetal force Fc can be written as mv square divided by r, where r is the radius of a circular path, v is the velocity with which the particle is moving around the circular path, and m is the mass. But my dear students, we should be very careful that so here formula in F is equal to mv square by r ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದೇನು? not centripetal force, it is centripetal acceleration. So you know that F ಅಂದ್ರೆ m into a ಅಂತ ಬರೀತೀವಿ. ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ? from 9th class and from the last chapter. You know that F is equal to m into a. Here m cancel ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ac ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು? v square by r ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. So dear students, that formula for the centripetal acceleration is v square by r. It's very easy, ತುಂಬಾ easy ಆಗಿ we got the formula, but we should do it clearly to show that how we'll get the formula for AC is equal to v square by r. See, now again ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿದೆ AC is equal to v square by r ಅಂತ with the knowledge of 9th class. Now let us move on for the discussion of the definition of the centripetal acceleration. Yes, centripetal acceleration. What is the centripetal acceleration, dear students? See, if an object is moving in a straight line, so it is having its own acceleration. See, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಏನಾದರೂ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ acceleration. Then what is centripetal acceleration? Acceleration associated with the object which is moving in circular path. Circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ ಇರೋ acceleration ನ centripetal acceleration ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So take down the definition in an inverted comma ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So the acceleration of a particle moving in a circular path is called as centripetal acceleration. Okay dear students, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಈ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Why? Because ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ we used to take two triangles. ಇಲ್ಲಿ even we use some some of the mathematical terms also. So it is somewhat a trickier one to solve. So dear students, centripetal acceleration ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. Acceleration of a particle moving in a circular path is called as centripetal acceleration. Okay, good. Circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಗೆ acceleration ನ centripetal acceleration ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ centripetal acceleration ಯಾವ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು? So you can observe my dear students, suppose you can ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you know that what is the direction of the velocity of a particle at this point? It is a tangent drawn at the point. ಹೌದಾ? ಅದೇ ತರನೇ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅದರ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಇದೆ? ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ನ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅದರ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ಆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಅದೇ ತರನೇ at this point the velocity of the particle moving in a circular path is along the direction of tangent drawn at that point. ಆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ. ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಹಿಂಗ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಈ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಡ್ಯೂ ಟು ದಟ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬದಲು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಪಾತ್. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಇಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್, ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಈ ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. And one thing dear students, even I will just show you here. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಿಪಿಟಲ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ towards the center. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ similarly the acceleration, that is what the centripetal acceleration is acted towards the direction. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ what is the direction of centripetal acceleration? The direction of centripetal acceleration is always directed towards the center of circular path, is always directed towards the center of circular motion. So at this point the centripetal acceleration is towards the center, at this point the acceleration is towards the center, at this point the acceleration is towards the center. Due to the reason that the centripetal acceleration is always acting towards the center, so that the particle is moving in circular path. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Take down the line. Next time ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. The centripetal acceleration is always directed towards the center. Is always directed towards the center of circular path. Hope you got this. Now take down the next heading, expression for centripetal acceleration. Expression for centripetal acceleration. To discuss this, just I am going to consider that a particle is moving in a circular path. See my dear students, let us consider the particle is moving in a circular path with center O. O is the center of a circular path, whereas the particle is moving from point A to point B. Right. So the radius of a circle O is the center of a circle, that is circular path, where the particle is moving in a circular path again. So whereas yes, R is the radius of circular path. Now the particle is moving from A to B. Now the particle is moving from A to B. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಯಾವ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಆಗಲೇ. ಟ್ಯಾಂಜೆಂಟ್ drawn at this position, that is what VA is the velocity of a particle moving at point A in circular path. Circular path ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ A ಹತ್ರ ಎಷ್ಟು ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? VA ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರನೇ what is the velocity of the particle at point B? So it is VB. Right. Now let us join this. So what is the total displacement made by this particle when it is traveling from A to B? A to B move ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು total displacement ಮಾಡ್ತು? That is d theta is the angular displacement. Right. Why it is moving in a circular path? Because centripetal acceleration is acting towards the center. Right. So now complete circle ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. You can take this complete circle, otherwise this one is enough. So as well as, please be careful. Please be careful. What is a linear displacement? Linear displacement between A and B is dx. So istu complete agi ನಾವು represent ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Dear students, whereas velocity is a vector quantity, acceleration is also. Now, istu complete ಆಗಿದೆ. Then ನಮಗೆ to know the expression for AC, we should know the velocities also. Observe ಮಾಡಿ ಈ velocity v ಗೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. So this is dA. Similarly ಈ velocity downward direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. vb. Vector vb, this is vector va. Right. So resolution of a vectors. Resolution of a vectors. So ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ minus. This taken as minus. See my dear students. Why? Because e point na travel agಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ it is coming towards a point B. So ಎರಡು opposite direction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, so that the VA vector subtract ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ I am subtracting it as minus VA. What is the resultant of these two? So I am just writing the resultant. VR is the resultant. ಅಥವಾ simple ಆಗಿ V ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. So that is what? VB minus VA. Vector V is equal to vector VB minus vector VA. Dear students, what I did, I just considered this. ಇದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂತ velocities ನ ತಗೊಂಡೆ. So one is moving in downward direction and another one is moving in an opposite direction. So that is VB is taken as positive, VA is taken as negative. ಅವುಗಳ resultant ಯಾವ ತರ ಬಂದ್ರೆ by using subtraction of vectors we can written as VB minus VA. So now let us name this one. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ನೇಮ್ ಕೊಡೋಣ. ನಿಮಗೆ XYZ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ XYZ ಕೊಡಿ. Here is P Q. ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. After writing these two diagrams, so now we will explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ. Whereas a particle is moving in a circular path of radius r, where O is the center of the circle and dx is the linear displacement. This acceleration is always acting towards the center. d theta is angular displacement. Va is the velocity of a particle at point P and the circumference of a circle. Vb is the velocity of a particle which is moving at point B. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಥಿಯರಿ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ after this. So consider a particle moving in a circular path of radius r. Full stop. Next line. So where Va and Vb are the velocities of a particle at points A and B respectively. Full stop. In the next line, d theta is the angular displacement. In the next line, dx is the linear displacement made by the particle in time t. Full stop. Next line. In the next line, start with a new paragraph. So align ಮಾಡೋಣ. Next ಈ ಕಡೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ diagram explain ಮಾಡೋಣ. So that ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. V is the resultant velocity vector or a change in velocity of both the vectors VA and VB respectively. Full stop. See dear students, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? So one after the other ಈ diagram ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. Before the diagram ಬರೀಬೇಡಿ, because diagram ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾವು ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So full stop. Next line. Okay, ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ derivation, ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. So now the derivation is very easy one. But ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ always the acceleration and velocity are directed, right? It means in a centripetal, that is what in a circular path, in a centripetal force is directed towards the center, centripetal acceleration is also directed towards the center. Adunu one point barkobodu, write on that point also. The direction of acceleration is always towards the center, O R R. ಈಗ observe ಮಾಡಿ. Serious students, it is towards the center ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಎರಡನ್ನ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇದನ್ನ dvr ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ರಿಸಲ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, v ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಈ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ the change in velocity, direction ಕೂಡ downwards ಇದೆ, the acceleration downwards ಕೂಡ downwards ಇದೆ. So it means direction of centripetal acceleration is same as that of the direction of change in velocity. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ overall ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಎರಡು ಬರೀಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. The direction of centripetal acceleration is the same as that of the direction of change in velocity. Observe ಮಾಡಿ dear students, here the triangle OAB and PQR are similar triangles. Both are similar triangles. Next triangle ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, where the triangle PQR and the triangle AOB both are similar triangles. So now ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, so if the similar triangles ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ according to mathematics ಯಾವ ತರ equate ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, base by length of one triangle is equal to base by length of another triangle. Base by length of one triangle is equal to base by length of another triangle. So it's very easier for you my dear students to do this. See ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಈಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so just I'm just going to equate this. So from figure, so ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ, don't write this from figure. Triangle OAB is similar to triangle PQR. So if the two triangles are similar, then base by side of one triangle is equal to the base by side of another triangle. ಈಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಟ್ರಯಾಂಗಲ್ ಗೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಬೈ ಸೈಡ್ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. ಬೇಸ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, AB is the base, ಸೈಡ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ OA ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ ಅಥವಾ OB ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ, both are same. I'm using OAB by OB. So AB by OB, that is base by side of ABO triangle is equal to base by side of PQR triangle. Base is DV, andre QR is the base, QR divided by, here you can observe that PR is the base. Yes, base by side, base is QR, side is PR, base is AB, side is OB, otherwise AB by OA, QR by PQ, both are right. Now what is AB here? AB under dx. What is OB? OB under radius. So AB is dx, OB under radius small r is equal to QR under angle, it is dB divided by, what is PR? It is BB. Dear students, at all the points circular motion alli uniform velocity irutte, so that VA is equal to VB ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So B ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, simply we can write it as B. So dx by r is equal to dV by d. This much we got. Still ನಮಗೆ acceleration ಬೇಕು. Acceleration means v square by r ಬೇಕು. So how to get v square by r, my dear students? Dear students, you know that acceleration can be written as velocity by time taken. That is what? Rate of change of velocity by time taken. See, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, I am going to calculate dV. So dV ಬೇಕು ನನಗೆ. So dV is equal to cross multiplication. So v into dx divided by r. Take it as equation number 1. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ acceleration ಯಾವ ತರ ಬರೀತೀರಾ? Acceleration can be written as rate of change of velocity. That is dV by dt. So I have to put equation 1 in this equation. So AC is equal to dV andre eno, v into dx divided by r into dt there, write the dt. My dear students, ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ rate of change of displacement is called velocity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ dx by dt is called as velocity. So very one line of, because we know that dx by dt and the rate of change of displacement is called velocity. So the dx by dt ಅಂತ ಏನು ಬರೆಯೋಣ, v ಬರೆಯೋಣ. So v by r into v. Finally ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, we will get v square by r. So my dear students, finally we got AC is equal to v square by r. This is the required required expression for the centripetal acceleration. Write the derivation in your notebook. So hope you got this. How we derive this? This is one of the very important questions that you will get in your examination. See my dear students, now from the 9th class knowledge time ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So the formula ತಗೊಂಡು v square by r ಅಂತ, whereas we just derive this equation with the help of this portion in a plane. So ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೂಡ derive ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ s is equal to v square by r ಅಂತ. This is all about the theoretical concept which will come under this chapter, but still we are moving towards the discussion of some of the numericals which will come under this chapter, my dear students. So first ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ in this class today I am just going to discuss you well how to calculate the vector product and the scalar product. So ನೀವು ಆಗಲೇ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು you even studied the cross product, that is what scalar product ಮತ್ತೆ vector product ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ I dot I is equal to J dot J is equal to K dot K is equal to 1. ಅದೇ ತರನೇ I dot J is equal to J dot K is equal to K dot I is equal to 0 ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನ್ಯೂಮರಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, but I have not done those numericals. But now let us move with that calculation of numericals. So now let us move with the calculation of those numericals, dear students. So let us move with the first question. Calculate the cross product between. So A is equal to 3 minus 3 1 and B is equal to 4 9 2, right? Then what is the cross product of this? We should calculate the cross product. Still question barkodi, calculate the cross product of between A that is 3 minus 3 1 and B is equal to 4 9 2, and also calculate its magnitude. Dear student, ಇಲ್ಲಿ question ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Cross product ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. How to do the cross product? See, cross product ಅಂದ್ರೆ A cross B. See, you are getting your mind. ನಿಮ್ಮ mind ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? So A cross B ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ you will get that A B cos theta, A B sin theta, A B cos theta n cap ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ಬಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ. But here we are not using any formula, we are just going to solve it as it is. You can observe. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ A ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ax, ay, az, ಇಲ್ಲಿ B ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is bx, by, bz ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಆ ಥರ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. I J K ಅಂತ ಡೆಟರ್ಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆಟರ್ಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆಟರ್ಮಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕಲಿತಿರ್ತೀರ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಸಸ್ ನ ನೀವು 10th ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆಟರ್ಮಿನೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ I is the direction, J is the direction, K is the direction. What is the magnitude here? 3. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇರತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು -3, here it is 1. ಈಗ B 4 9 2. This is the way of writing. And ನೆನಪಿರಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So this also you should know while solving it. So now I will do, see, observe ಮಾಡಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ. First here we have plus alva, plus I into, see, close this column, close this row. ಈ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ರೈಟ್? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದೇನು ಓನ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ರೈಟ್? ಈಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದಾನೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, minus into plus, minus 3 2s are 6. Again you should put minus symbol. Next, ಈ ಕಡೆ 9 into 1, 9 1s are 9. Right? Hope you got. For J and K also. Now, here we are moving with J. J in the symbol is minus J into. Now, close this column, close this row. ಈ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೋನ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಉಳಿಯೋದು 3 1 4 2. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲಿಂದಾನೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. 3 2s are 6 minus 4 1s are 4. Yes. Next, ಈಗ ಏನಿದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಸ್ K ಇದೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಪ್ಲಸ್ K. ಈಗ close this column, close this row. Remaining is these many terms. It means 9 3s are 27 9 3s are 27, minus of, see here, minus into plus, minus 3 4s are 12. Yes, that is answer, right? Minus common ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮೈನಸ್ ಗಳು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಗಳು ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. So now I into minus into minus plus, so 6 plus 9 is 15. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ minus ಇದೆ, so minus ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ. So otherwise just step ನ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. I into minus 15 minus j into 6 minus 4 is 2 plus k into minus into minus plus 12 27 plus 12 27, 7 plus 2 is 9, 2 plus 1 is 3, that is becomes 39. So ಇದನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆಯೋಣ. minus 15 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 39 k cap. See my dear students, the cross product of A and B is equal to minus 15 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 39 k cap. This is how to calculate the cross product of two vectors. Even we can calculate the magnitude also, my dear students. Magnitude ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದು ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್, ಬಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಟೇಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಓನ್ಲಿ 3 lines are enough. So the next question is second question. So calculate the magnitude of a vector. A vector is equal to 3 I cap plus 2 j cap minus k cap. See my dear students, calculate the magnitude. You know that the magnitude of any vector can be written as square root of ax square plus ay square plus az square, right? So ax is 3, ay is 2, az is minus 1. ಈಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋಣ, magnitude calculate ಮಾಡೋಣ. Magnitude of a is equal to, what is ax? 3 square. What is ay? 2 square. What is az? Minus 1 square. Right. So here it is, 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4, and 1 minus 1 square is plus 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. So magnitude of a is square root of 14. Magnitude of a is square root of 14. ಅದೇ ತರನೇ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, square root of minus 15 whole square plus minus 2 whole square plus 39 whole square. Calculator ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. So that minus 15 whole square plus minus 12 whole square plus 39 whole square ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. Then after calculating you will get an answer. Still we can calculate the similar kind of numericals. So now I am just showing you the next numerical over here. At the next numerical na observe ಮಾಡೋಣ. Take now the next question. Calculate the area of the parallelogram. Calculate the area of the parallelogram spanned by the vectors a is equal to 3 minus 3 1 and c is equal to minus 12 12 minus 4. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಏರಿಯಾ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಎರಡು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್? 3 minus 3 1 ಮತ್ತು b ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನ minus 12 12 minus 4 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, here we should calculate the value, complete value ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಏರಿಯಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ length into breadth, that is what a cross b ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So dear students, so to do this, I cap, j cap, k cap with plus minus plus. Explain that 3 minus 3 1. What is there here? Minus 12 12 minus 4. Right. So now let us do it. Again ಮಾಡೋಣ, which is equal to, first let us write I cap into. We are just closing this column and one row. Then remaining is this one. Minus into minus is plus 3 4s are 12 minus 12 1s are 12. Right. The next thing is, here we have minus j into. Now we should close this column and this thing. So plus into minus, minus 3 4s are 12 minus minus 12 into 1 becomes minus 12. Right. Similarly, plus k cap into. So close this column and this row. Now remaining is 3 12s are. Right? 3 12s. 12 3s are 26.